Hey, today we're going to check out a brand new Helldivers 2 trailer that appeared out of nowhere and was quickly pulled. I'll share my overall thoughts on it, go over the latest dispatch message, and cover so much more. If you can, hit the like button below to show some love, and let's get started. Alrighty, Helldivers, recently PlayStation released a new Helldivers 2 trailer that was quickly set to private shortly after going public. A player uploaded the clip to the Helldivers 2 subreddit. This post right here, created by a Reddit user named Financial Customer, has this video right here that says spoilers, but there's not a single spoiler in it. Everything in the trailer is quite familiar, yet the gameplay footage as of late has sparked question among divers. Some believe it's a reveal for Xbox, others thinks it's a teaser for an upcoming event. Personally, I don't think it's either, so here's why. The trailer ends with the PlayStation logo, so if there was an Xbox announcement, we would probably see an Xbox logo. The event theory, on the other hand, there's no evidence suggesting there's a new mode or anything at all. We've already seen the armors and the Wasp launcher feature, so why did PlayStation post it? I believe they might be planning to unblock the remaining regions still restricted from playing Helldivers 2 on Steam. The trailer's tagline about being there and asking if you were there feels like a hint to me. If that's not the case, it could be a trailer to promote the Helldivers 2 savings, like a way to save money on certain deals. But I honestly can't tell you the exact reason for its brief public release. There's been a lot of speculation, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. On a side note, the SteamDB page still shows that many regions remain blocked. 4 months ago, I reported that Valve and Sony unblocked around 70 regions, which was exciting news, yet there haven't been any recent updates on the page. Also, fun fact, Craig Lee, the voice actor for John Helldiver, is actually in this video and delivers a few voice lines in this trailer. With that said, if you have thoughts on the trailer, feel free to share them in the comments and let's chat about it. Next up in the Helldivers 2 news, it seems some SEAF team members were court-martialed and democratically executed. In the latest dispatch, here's what High Command wrote. SEAF units blaming lack of rations have ceded significant ground to the enemy on Tarsh. The cowardly traitors have been court-martialed and democratically executed. Now, to be honest, I'm hesitant to share my thoughts. Who knows, I might be next on the chopping block with High Command watching. Joking aside, if you're starving with no food nearby or barely any rations and your team is either getting slaughtered left and right or dying of hunger, I'd probably blame the lack of supplies too, no doubt. Could they have retreated? That's definitely a possibility, especially considering High Command labeled them as cowardly traitors. They likely fled from the battle at some point while fighting on the automaton front, which is obviously not a good idea. Speaking of Tarsh, since it was mentioned, as of recording this video, we're nearly at 50% progress. By the time you're watching this, we might be at 70%, even close to 80%. Plus, the incineration cores is active there, so watch out for those deadly incendiary rounds. Oh, and there's one more dispatch I'd like to cover regarding new recruits. Here's what High Command wrote. Legions of new recruits eager to contribute to the eradication of the Terminids have surged to take significant ground on Sirius. Their sacrifice will be remembered. Yeah, I'm going out on a limb and guessing we'll never see those recruits again unless one turns out to be a legend like General Brash or the one and only John Helldiver. I have a hunch their efforts are aiding our push to take over Sirius right now. As you can see, the green arrow is up and we're close to liberating the planet. We might just pull off this major order after all, despite recent setbacks. I didn't think we had it in us, to be honest, but we're holding our own. Sure, the progress is currently at -1 on screen, but I'm confident this will shift once we start liberating more planets. We'll have a clearer picture in a few days, and then we can get a better assess on our chances. I mean, for now, it's too early to call a win or a loss, but the best approach to this situation is to focus on planets with low resistance around 0.50, such as Borok, Acher, Darius, and Sirius, which will likely be liberated by the time this video goes live. On the automaton front, we've got Aesir's Pass, Charbel, Chopisa, Vega Bay, and Ballistica. All these planets have a low resistance currently set at 0.50. It's up to us to target those planets to win this mage order. The only problem is, we need to be strategic about it. On a related note, we have a brand new mage order that might just be a sign that we're heading into a brand new arc. Before we get into that, High Command posted a new message on the Galactic War table and wrote, "The resurgence of the automaton Jet Brigade and incineration cores, along with the virulent terminate predator strain, threaten our citizens and enable our enemies' rampant expansionistic ambitions. These territorial land grabs must be decisively repulsed. These offensives cast a tyrannical pall over the joy of our citizenry in the wake of our victory over the Illuminate. The citizens of the Federation deserve to celebrate the eradication of our enemies, free from the thought of violence. The Helldivers are ordered to liberate at least one more planet than is lost during the duration of the order. Strategic force allocation is left to the discernment of the Helldivers." The good news about the major order is that it will end on a Monday, if I'm correct. Following Monday is a Tuesday, which means the Singularity Party will take place, along with an update. You might wonder how I know this. It's simple. Every time a Warbond is released, the in-game files are updated to include the new armors and other planned content. I'm confident we'll see a patch on Tuesday, and I plan to cover all the details once it's publicly available. Besides that, let's get into an exciting discussion about how the next update is just around the corner. There's speculation that the next patch will drop very soon. A player named 231,923 created an interesting post saying, "Just putting this out there for people who don't know this. This exact type of MO always appears after major events signaling the end of an arc. It appeared after the Reclamation ended, and the bots took a foothold after taking Cyberstan. It appeared after we destroyed Meridia, and it appeared after we built the DSS. This MO marks the end of the Illuminate invasion arc." Yep, I have to say that player is spot on, and there's a reoccurring theme here with this type of major order. You rarely see these unless they're near the end of an arc, and I hadn't even noticed until I read that post. If you picked up this before, let me know in the comments. Have you noticed it or not? Let's backtrack a bit and revisit the Warbond discussion. On the official Helldivers 2 Discord, Bono, shout out to you, you asked a great question. You inquired with the community manager about what's happening in 2 days, specifically whether it's a story trailer followed by the Warbond release on May 8th, due to the recent confusion in the community. In response, Baskinary clarified that we can't expect the usual Warbond trailer announcement, complete with a blog post detailing the items and so much more. She added that she thinks the player base will love this one, and I completely agree. Continuing forward, we have an incredible post here of the full Galactic War Timelapse by Scarpy on the Helldivers subreddit page. And it's incredible, guys. If you check it out right here, we can see how quick things are going. On the bottom left, that is when Malevolent Creek was going down. On the top right, that's another situation. And then we can see how it's evolved over time. Eventually, we're going to get into the gloom here in a second. But, I mean, it's just wild to see how far we've come. We've been through so much, such as the Jet Brigade, the Incineration Core, the Illuminate attacks, I mean, the gloom. It's just been a wild, wild ride. Not to mention, we had the chance to save the kids or collect the beautiful anti-tank mines, which we never did. Well, we did later on, but at the time, we saved the children instead. Then later on, we did it again, except that was the youth, but nevertheless, same situation. Just a lot of cool stuff with so many different turns and twists and turns, I should say. And yeah, it's incredible to see this stuff. I thought this was very interesting, and if you guys would like to check out the website for this, I will leave a link down below in the descriptions where the sources are, and you can check out all the information there. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this if you do. And also, I'll link the post as well in the sources, so you can check that out as well if you just want to look at the video yourself. Now, let's talk about some interesting stuff going on with the Helldivers 2 Upgrade Edition for Super Citizen. You can see right here on the bottom it says, "At the request of the publisher, Helldivers 2 Upgrade to Super Citizen Edition is unlisted on the Steam store and will not appear in search." So, what the hell is going on here, guys? Are they potentially going to update this? Maybe they're going to give us 1,000 super credits instead of the Warbond, you know, to make it easier for the support team? Or are they going to upgrade this and give us more items? It's going to be interesting to see where this leads. Oh, and by the way, if you check out the SteamDB page, it does say this right here. Added content descriptors, including DLC. Added 0 general mature content. Then, if we head over to the SteamDB page for Helldivers 2, there's something else here as well, but it mentions the general mature content, but it also says something else, and I think you guys are going to find this interesting too. It says frequent violence or gore. So something's going on here. We don't know what's up, but they're absolutely going to upgrade the Super Citizen Edition here soon to include either new items or to give us 1,000 super credits, so that way, you know, players can choose whichever Warbond they want, and they're not given the one that's by default, right? Because there's been a lot of talks about how, you know, players they don't want the certain Warbond because maybe they've already had it, and so with this, you know, if they add 1,000 super credits, you can just buy it yourself or buy whichever one you want. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Lastly, as always, we're going to go over the top 3 comments. If you Helldivers would like to be featured on the channel, just post a comment below. The first top comment comes from SET Ninja Strike. The lava planet is going to be insane. We're 100% reenacting. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Moments all day long. Yes. And I thought that comment was absolutely so cool, dude. Really appreciate you stopping by every time you do to comment. It means a lot. And what's strange enough is you've actually won the second top comment, which we'll get into right here. You wrote, correction, the smoke strat should be 2 to 3 times bigger, block vision, and confuse enemies inside it, but not deal any damage. It's like gas, but deals no damage, just a large, disorienting cloud that messes with enemies' vision and movement while they still wander around. Now that makes a lot of sense because previously you mentioned something about gas and I was thinking, wait a minute, wouldn't that just be the same situation? But with your correction, that makes a lot of sense. And I actually love that idea. I think this would be a great buff and hopefully that is something they're planning for us with this next big update. The third and final comment is by Quentin153. This game's been out for 15 months now, and people are just now realizing that training manual tip. The quality of the news content, daily slop, is just dropping every week. We don't get a patch. This is just sad. Okay, you know, if you think it's slop, I couldn't care less about your opinion. You know who I enjoy the most? The comments that talk positive about the channel, because those ones matter more. Not every video I post is going to be about a patch. The videos, in fact, I post are just stuff that I think people are interested in hearing about. You know, things you may not know about. I didn't say there was going to be a patch at all. You just came through and assumed it. So it's on you. Anyways, I appreciate everyone that stopped by. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, and give this video a like.